I presume you're looking for Pericles' funeral cake, Confucius?
Buddha, where did you come from?
Well, I was meditating.
Do you want some cake?
No, thank you. I'd rather not indulge in earthly temptations.
Earthly temptations? We're talking about a slice of cake here.
Confucius, we've been through this over and over again. If you want to achieve pure contentment, you must eliminate all desires, starting with that piece of cake.
Happy funeral! I've always failed to see how letting go of all pleasures could automatically lead a person to enlightenment.
Elaborate, please.
Well, I've come to believe that nothing makes me more satisfied than obtaining knowledge and wisdom. To give up all of my scholarly accomplishments and aspirations would seem counterproductive to achieving enlightenment.
Ah, it seems our ideas of enlightenment are different then. You have found the path to physical enlightenment, while I have discovered the way to spiritual enlightenment. What I'm saying is that I believe spiritual enlightenment is more valuable and fulfilling. Not to say that your cake isn't wonderful and all.
But Buddha, you have to understand that
Guys, it's 2 in the morning. Are you really Cake! Friends, Romans, philosophers, barbarians, lend me your forks. I'm here not to praise the cake, but to eat it.
As I was saying, Buddha,
Are you guys really debating at 2 in the morning?
actually, we are, Antony.
Please let us continue.
Fine.
Okay. So, Buddha, I believe that a strict orderliness here on Earth would permit a kind of spiritual, or the spirituality you pursue. If everyone were to embark on a quest for nirvana, who would farm the lands and feed the people? Who would protect the people from invaders?
I'm liking Confucius's idea.
So, your view on life is to construct and participate in a properly functioning society?
Yes, with a strong, defined social hierarchy, which can actually be modeled by the structure of this cake. This top layer of icing would represent the emperor. Next is the bureaucracy. Then the icing layer in the middle is the artisans, and so on until we reach the bottom cake layer, which would represent the peasant farmers.
Yeah, still agreeing with Confucius.
I'm aware that you preach equality for all, and I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you.
Really?
Every person in my ideal political system has a chance of becoming a scholar, as long as they can pay for an education and are competent. Also, while bureaucrats are obligated to rule fairly and wisely, peasants are to supply food, thus establishing a system of reciprocity. Together, just like a cake, it blends together perfectly for a rather tasty affair.
Hold on, did you say reciprocity?
Yes.
Confucius, if I may, I don't think the people are nearly trustworthy enough to engage in reciprocity. Why would a leader want to worry about maintaining a fine and dandy relationship with their people if they could just rule the masses? Let me tell you, they're not quite the smart bunch.
How do you explain the numerous peasants who are intelligent enough to join the bureaucracy?
Why would you trust commoners to rise up in the bureaucracy? I don't even believe in the bureaucracy.
Well, during my lifetime, the government was mostly comprised of officials who got government jobs through pulling threads or bribery, etc.
Go on.
And I thought it would be a shame for really intelligent commoners to waste their lives pulling out weeds. So I just put the two together.
They're not wasting their lives. They're feeding the whole country.
I'd rather have the intelligent commoners serving in the government rather than the fat, dishonest idiots.
Guys, could I go?
What? Why?
Yeah, go on, get out of here.
Well,
Don't leave me here with this.
well, now that we've shifted to a political argument, I really don't feel like I have much to contribute here. I don't like dealing with messy politics anyways.
Oh.
Anyway, if you let people break social boundaries so easily...
But they're not doing it easily. A commoner has to be extremely smart to make it to the bureaucracy.
But if you let the people rise up in social class, what's stopping them from becoming fat, lazy, and corrupt?
They would understand the hard work that goes into getting a government job. They would have more respect and integrity for the job. They don't just see it as a source of revenue.
Well, that's a weak deterrent.
Perhaps, but it's a lot more effective than what China was doing before we allowed commoners to take bureaucratic jobs.
Well, they can't all be grateful and smart officials.
But either way, we will have corrupt government officials, and since my idea of allowing commoners to join the bureaucracy has made the government more efficient, I'm just going to have to stick with it.
Look, if you mash up the cake, it defeats the purpose.
You can't equate the cake with everything, Antony.
Go.
But if you pick up any old guy you deem intelligent and stick him into a government job, wouldn't that diminish the power of the emperor?
How so?
Well, wouldn't commoners being raised to higher positions feel the need to vie for more power?
There's no guarantee. There never will be.
Then why bother with the examination system then?
Well, 1, to give the emperor intellectual backing, and 2, to make sure that someone is doing something in the government at all times.
Make sure someone's doing something in the government at all times.
Yes.
Well, I don't know how elevating peasants to government jobs would even guarantee that anything would actually get done.
Believe it or not, the government is a lot more effective than it was before. They're doing a much better job in enforcing laws, diagnosing dynastic failures, and etc.
You know what? I don't even believe in bureaucracies. If the people want political power, let them eat cake.
It is too early in the morning for this.
Do I smell defeat, Confucius?
I am only admitting defeat to sleep. We will continue this in the morning.
Fine. But can I have your cake?
Go ahead. You can have it. After all, politics and philosophy are a messy business.
Buddha.